Hello and welcome! As a hotel AI expert, I'm very pleased to welcome all of you students of the Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. Today, we're going to explore something that's truly revolutionizing our industry, the AI-powered hotel. We'll be looking at how this technology is transforming everything, from the complex daily dance of maintenance to the very heart of what we do, the guest experience. So, let's get started.
So, here's what we'll be covering. First, we'll dig into the daily maintenance puzzle, the traditional chaos of it all. Then, we'll introduce an intelligent AI solution designed to solve it. After that, we'll look at how this smart dispatch system actually works, from the ground up. Next, we'll get into the data and see how it drives performance. And finally, we'll step back and think about what this all means for the future of hotel operations.
Okay, let's jump right in. To really appreciate why a solution like this is so important, we have to first understand the problem it's built to solve. And that means taking a hard look at the traditional and often frantic world of hotel maintenance. I want you to imagine for a moment that you're the chief engineer at a busy hotel. The radio is constantly going off, your phone is buzzing, and you've got this endless stream of requests coming in. A leaky faucet here, a flickering light there, all on top of the routine inspections and filter changes. It's a massive logistical puzzle, and honestly, it can feel like you're just putting out fires all day long. And this really highlights a fundamental shift in approach. You see, the old way was purely time-based. A paper slip comes in, it goes on the list. It was a first-come, first-served system that completely ignored the actual health of your assets. But the new way? It's risk-based. It uses AI to prioritize tasks based on asset health and real-time data. It's all about moving from being reactive to being truly proactive.
So the big question is, how do we get from that old reactive model to this new intelligent one? Well, that's where the AI solution comes into play. Let's dive into the technology that's making this transformation possible.
The core of this technology is something called Intelligent Work Order Dispatch. Now, what does that mean? Basically, it's an AI-driven system that throws out those old static maintenance calendars. Instead, it creates a dynamic, constantly updated schedule based on the real health of the equipment. So you're prioritizing work based on actual risk, not just an arbitrary date on a calendar.
One of the best ways I've heard this described is that the platform acts as the central nervous system for the hotel's operations. And I think that's a perfect analogy. It's not just another program, it's an integrated system that senses what's happening, processes that information, and directs action across the entire property, keeping everything running in harmony.
Okay, so we know what it is. Now let's get into the how. How does this smart dispatch actually work in practice? We're going to trace the entire process right from the initial sensor alert all the way to the final solution.
This is really where the proactive power comes in. The AI platform actually integrates with the building's existing sensors. So think about an HVAC unit in a guest room. The system can detect that the unit is starting to struggle. Maybe it's working harder than it should to maintain the temperature. It flags this as a potential problem before the guest ever feels uncomfortable or even thinks about complaining. It's all about getting ahead of the issue.
And the process from there is incredibly streamlined. First, a sensor detects a potential issue. Immediately, the AI generates a work order. But then, and this is the brilliant part, the AI thinks. It weighs the criticality of the problem. It considers which technicians have the right skills for that specific job. It even looks at who's closest. After weighing all those factors, it dispatches the most qualified and best positioned engineer. All of the guesswork is just gone.
And the intelligence continues right up to the repair itself. When an engineer gets to the piece of equipment, they just scan a QR code on it. This instantly pulls up the complete service history, all the data, the AI's analysis, everything. This means they're not going in blind anymore. They're not just treating a symptom. They have the full picture to diagnose the root cause and make a lasting repair.
But look, a system like this isn't just about fixing things faster. It's about learning from every single task, every single repair. All of that activity generates a ton of data. So in this next section, we're going to see how that data is turned into real, actionable insights that actually improve performance over time.
Here's a perfect example. The AI might analyze the data and find that, say, one specific type of repair consistently takes about 20% longer than the expected benchmark. Now, this isn't about blaming anyone. It's a huge data-driven insight for management. It tells them, hey, maybe we need some targeted training in this one area to help our team become more efficient. It turns data into a development opportunity. So when you put it all together, what's the ultimate payoff? Well, it's pretty significant. First, your labor is optimized. Your best people are always on the most critical tasks. Second, you prevent those major, costly asset failures before they happen. This directly protects the value of the property. And, of course, the most important thing of all, you ensure every guest has a comfortable, seamless experience, which is the entire point of hospitality.
All right, for our final section, let's zoom out a bit and think about the big picture here. What does a technology like this really mean for the future of our industry? Because it's about more than just better maintenance. It really represents a new paradigm for how we manage hotels.
Think about it. By automating the logistical nightmare of who does what and when, you're freeing up your managers and engineers from constantly being stuck in the weeds. Their focus can finally shift away from solving those daily logistical puzzles and toward bigger, more strategic goals, like improving overall performance and, crucially, elevating the guest experience.
And that really is the thought I'd like to leave you with today. As we let AI take care of managing the building itself, the question becomes, how does that free up us, the human element, to perfect the art of hospitality? How can we use that time and energy to create truly exceptional, memorable experiences for our guests? Thank you for your time and attention today.